In today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do if I had 30 to 100 pounds to lose. And by the end, you're going to have a solid strategy that you can implement starting today. Now, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is a little bit counterintuitive, and that's before we get into the practical application of like nutrition and training. And that's mindset. And why do we talk about mindset when it comes to accomplishing a physique goal, a fitness goal? Because if you're gonna lose 30 to 100 pounds, that means you're gonna be a new person. You minus 30 to 100 pounds is a different person than you with an extra 30 to 100 pounds. And if you wanna become a new person, you also gotta change the way you think, the way you make decisions, the way you approach life, the way you approach your day to day. And that's done with mindset work. And in my personal experience, there's two things that really have the potential to completely transform your mindset. One of them is having a mentor. That's an authority figure, that's an expert that's done it 1,000 times, and that can guide you along the way. That's gonna be very important because we tend to get in our own way. We tend to make very poor decisions. And if we have someone that's gonna guide us and tell us what we need to focus on and everything else that we don't need to focus on, is gonna be so important to conserve your energy. And it's gonna save you from so much anxieties, from having to make decisions, from wondering if you're doing the right or the wrong thing. So once you have the mentor, you also wanna have a community. The community is also very important because you're gonna have people around you doing the exact same behaviors that you gotta acquire in your life. For example, one of the behaviors is gonna be tracking calories. And if everyone around your life right now is against tracking calories, it's gonna feel like an uphill battle because no one else is doing it. But if you join a community where everyone is tracking calories, then it's gonna be like a new normal. You can have a conversation about it. You can talk about the new food you found with great macros. So that community and that mentor have the potential to make or break your success. So please don't ignore that. I encourage you to get a mentor and get a community that's gonna help you along the way. Now let's focus on the practical things, like the actual nutrition and training, the meaty stuff, what you came here for. So before we calculate calories and all of that, we wanna have a map, like a roadmap of how we're gonna get to our destination. So if personally I have between 30 to 100 pounds to lose, I would divide this weight loss journey into different phases. I would have fat loss phases and maintenance phases, and I would alternate between those until I reach my goal. Now for my fat loss phases, I would make them between 10 to 16 weeks long, and then after that I would take a break. And the goal for each fat loss phase is going to be to lose between 10 to 15% of my body weight. After I do that, I'm going to take a break, and that's the maintenance phase, to recover psychologically and physically from dieting. And this maintenance phase is incredibly crucial. Most people ignore it, most people don't use it, but it's gonna be the most important phase in your weight loss and fat loss journey because you cannot diet forever. It's very tiring, both psychologically and physically, and you need to take a break. And the other purpose of the maintenance phase is also to help you get ready for what's next, which is another fat loss phase. So basically, you divide your journey into fat loss, maintenance, fat loss, weight loss, maintenance, until you reach your desired weight loss goal. Now, what's the duration of the maintenance phase? Ideally, we want to make it at least half or equal to the duration of the fat loss phase. So if you dieted for 16 weeks, you want to be on maintenance for at least 8 weeks, but you might need more. You might need 16 weeks. Why is that? Because like I said, dieting is really hard. It's incredibly tiring, both physically and psychologically. And not taking the break, not doing the maintenance phase properly, will increase your chances of regaining the weight. And our goal here is not to lose a bunch of weight, to regain it. Our goal here is to have long-lasting progress. So the maintenance phase is going to be key. And after you finish your maintenance phase, then you do another weight loss phase. And like I said before, you keep alternating between those until you reach your desired weight, and then you maintain for a longer period of time. Now let's get a little bit more into the details of a fat loss phase. So the first thing that you need to do is dial in your calories, your protein intake, your carb intake, your activity levels, and your workout. Okay, that's a lot of things that you need to dial in. Let's break them down one by one. So first thing is your calories. I dropped the link of a calorie calculator in the comments. You can click on that, input your data, and it'll tell you approximately how many calories you need to lose weight. It will also tell you how much protein you need. So drop it there, and that'll be the starting point. Next, your activity levels. So when you lose weight, you want to create a calorie deficit because a calorie is just a measure of energy. A calorie deficit means that you're eating fewer calories than the ones that you burn on a daily basis and a weekly basis. When you consume less energy than the one that you use in your activities, your body needs to start using tissue for energy, and that's how you lose body fat. The best way to start increasing your energy expenditure is via walking. That's simple. You just need to walk more. You can get one of these trackers and start seeing how many steps you do every single day. And ideally, you're gonna bump that up. I always like to do a minimum of like 8 to 14,000 steps every single day. And that with the lower calories should create a big enough deficit for you to start seeing some fat loss. Now we got the nutrition out of the way. You know how to calculate your calories, you know how to calculate your macros. Next is the training. And here it's really important that you take it step by step. If you don't have a consistent workout routine, you really don't need much to make changes. If you work out 2 to 3 times per week, that's gonna be more than enough for like the first year to make really solid progress, as long as you have a good workout plan and you're putting effort into your sessions. Don't try to overdo it. Don't go from 0 sessions to 7 sessions or 6 sessions per week, because you don't need it. It's unnecessary and it will increase your chances of dropping out and then going back to step 0. So start with a little bit of training, 2 to 3 times per week. You can do it at home or at a gym, and just do those 2 things for the first 16 weeks, for the first fat loss phase. Do the 8 to 14,000 steps, adhere to your calories, and train in the gym or at home with a good resistance training routine for 2 to 3 sessions per week. If you repeat these things for a year, for 2 years, you will make huge amounts of progress. And when it comes to health and fitness, we always want to be in the mindset of long term. You shouldn't be doing this to get ready for the summer or to get ready for Christmas or for a trip. Yes, that could be a motivator, but also you want to take a long-term approach, because ideally you want to be healthy and in good shape, not just for like this year or for the summer, but for your whole life. So it's better to just do a little bit less, but do it consistently for years and years and decades. And for me, this is the easiest way that you can lose 30 to 100 pounds. Now I want to emphasize the importance of point number 1, having a mentor and a guide. And even myself, as a fitness professional that coaches a lot of people, that has a team, I even have my own fitness coach. Why? Because I don't like to make decisions about my own routine. So I'd rather just hire someone who I trust, who I know that's gonna guide me properly, who I know that has my best interest in mind, and I just give it to that person. I trust them to tell me exactly what to do. I do it, and if you have a good coach, then you get good results, and you can forget about all the overthinking, about all the research, about trying to figure things out on your own, because when you have a question, you ask your coach. When you're doubting something, you ask your coach, and ideally you trust your coach and you do what they say. Otherwise, it's gonna be a really rocky relationship. So that's all I got for today. I've dropped a bunch of resources in the description. Make sure you check those out. They're really gonna help you crush these goals. And if you enjoyed the video or if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section.